minus 11 last night. I felt it sleeping in my camper van. Thank God for the diesel heat. But yeah, everything was frozen this morning. It's supposed to be minus 8 tonight. So yeah, so I bought the hot tent. Just have to make sure I camp somewhere with enough wood that I can keep it going sort of all night. Otherwise, probably in for a cold one, because I've lent my Arctic sleeping bag out, so I only got a cheap one. But I've got plenty of layers. Canvas tent and a stove should be fine. I don't know this area at all, so just outside of Glenfinnan. There's plenty of little forestry bits around here, but it looks like it's thinning out. But I know you can get through to Loch Shiel this way. So that's kind of the plan, but we'll see what the energy levels are like. Beautiful day though. The big stag just on the skyline, just watching me go past. He's a big boy. It's brutal walking through this snow. It's just lying on top of a bog that's iced over, so you're alright for most of it, and then you just break through a little patch of ice. And yeah, it's quite a shock. Quite a lot of weight on my back as well, so you do go through it. It's quite sticky. Good fun though. It's absolutely beautiful. Fancy a brew. Yeah, time for a cup of coffee. I've only got a little gasifier wood stove today. I haven't actually used it yet. Finally caved and bought one. So there's some larch and pines up here. So it should be good for getting stuff to burn. Might end up being camp, because over there looks pretty sparse without actually doing some fairly big mountain stuff. And I don't know what's on the other side of it, whether I can guarantee firewood. So I might, it's only early, so I'll set up a little bit here, have a brew, and then maybe go for a wander without my kit and see what we can do. Coffee on. Just noticed all the ice in my beard. Not feeling the cold because of the walking, but it must still be way below freezing. It's a bit of a fill up. Fair heat coming off it. Smoky. Well, that was great. Boiled that in no time on a wee handful of sticks. Or twigs. Happy days. Nice flat spot. Loads of firewood around. So I think snow falling out of the trees. Yeah, I think this will do. I'm gonna clear the snow, cut 3 biggish sticks to make a tripod, hang my Lavvu from that, and just clear a bit of the brash, clear a bit of the snow, flatten a bit of floor out, get the stove set up. Hopefully before dark. Time to cut plenty of wood to get me through the night. Maybe even enough time to have a bit of fun. Maybe get the bow out. See how this goes first. These are always real finicky. Tend to get them sort of half pitched and then run around and do it again. Oh, my peg missing. Have to knock a peg up. Oh, that's not looking too bad. Stick for now. Alright. A bit snowy inside. Figure that one out later. Working nicely. had a bit of a nightmare with the camera. Just both batteries have died, which is partly because of the cold. Well, a lot because of the cold, but they're also really old. I've had them for absolutely ages. I've had 3 more ordered, brand new, bigger capacity ones, and they haven't turned up because of the snow. So I just decided to risk it. So I'm down to phone, and I've got a GoPro, but the GoPro's old and a bit knackered and hasn't got replaceable batteries as well. So we'll just see how we go with that. But bit of a shame because it is beautiful. I was hoping to get some really nice shots. I've got the batteries in my pocket, trying to warm them up, and that might give them, you know, might get another 10% out of each of them. But for now, it's just me and a phone. So a cup of coffee and get the firewood cut, get my stove set up, and yeah. My wee camp visitor. Kind of presumed it didn't know I was here, the wee robins. Right in amongst it. Brave as. Stove. It's a little bit worse for wear now, this thing. Just going in and out of storage, barely getting used, and it just got a bit bent and bashed. But had it out a few weeks ago, and it did the job still. Really need to make a lighter one. The annoying thing about snow is it takes a lot longer to make a brew. Apparently the trick is to get some water and add your snow to it rather than just trying to melt snow. So I'll melt it a little bit in there. And I'm just going to add that into it and hopefully get a cup of coffee. There's a chill wind kicked up, and every time there's a bit of a gust, just knocks big snowballs out of the trees and getting absolutely peppered. Sounds great whistling through the mountains. But it's supposed to be -8 centigrade tonight. And with the extra wind chill, that's going to be really nippy. So I might just get the stove going in the Lavvu soon and just cook up something easy on the top of that rather than trying to caveman cook a steak out here. Even with the fire going, it's nippy. Not really that hungry either, so that might be the way to do it. I'll let this burn down a little bit first and see how I feel. It's an awesome night. Whew. Slowly drying by the fire. Got soaked coming in there. Oh, the fire's going. Noodles are on, nice and simple. Getting toasty in here now. Forgot a fork, so a set of chopsticks. And I'm ready for it. I think it's only about 7 o'clock, but I'm ready for my bed. Got a nice stack of firewood all drying. The wind has calmed down now, but I let the fire go out outside, so whew. Yeah. Dinner time. Oh, yes. Look at that. My chopsticks. Bon appetit. Oh, hot. Who'd have thought? Good tip this, if you're ever sleeping below your the rating of your sleeping bag, is get your feet inside your Bergen as well. It's a little bit extra added insulation. Not great for the people. I know a lot of people don't like the trapped feeling you get in sleeping bags, but I'd rather that than cold. And with a big with a big bag like this, it's actually less restrictive than the sleeping bag. So That's pretty good. And yeah, it's always a danger of slipping off the end of a mat in one of these lavvus and ending up with a wet bottom of your sleeping bag, and that'll stop that happening as well. Aye, that's me. Bedtime. Breakfast on the go. Ooh. That's dawn just breaking. It is a cold night, and that sleeping bag was not up to it. I woke up at 5 and just got up and lit the fire outside. I've just been sitting waiting for the sun to come up. Yeah, boots were frozen absolutely solid to the point of not even being able to get into them. Couldn't get my feet in there. Yeah, need a new ground mat as well. It was wasn't all that comfy. Not the worst night I've had, but not the best. So I'm just gonna have some breakfast, and with the light coming up, just gonna start packing up and get back. Got work to do today. Ooh, looking forward to this breakfast. Cold enough.